Hi everyone, happy Saturday. So I am here with more flip throughs than I said I would have. I ended up picking up, while I was busy picking up some Japanese type coloring books off of Etsy, I also picked up some just random digital book finds. One of them actually you can get in paperback format. It's an Ava Browne book. But I wanted to try this one and I'll explain why I wanted it in the digital format. So I thought I'd show these first and then we do the books I said I was going to do in my coloring chat yesterday. So, some of these were some just really fantastic, I feel like, finds on Etsy. Like, do not, I, do as I say, not as I do. But, uh, I have rearranged my desk today, so if my lighting seems a little different, that's why. I'm hoping this is better than the previous setup, so. Do not go down the rabbit hole of looking up cute cat pictures or like cute witches or something on Etsy because oh my word, like you will find so many really awesome pictures. And so this is the Adorable Cats coloring book. This is published on Etsy by HappyColoringPrints. Of course, I will put the links down in the description. So what I do with my digital books or images is I usually print them out on regular paper on thumbnails, so I have them somewhere I can look at them, but when I'm ready to color them, I'll do them, of course, full size on a piece of paper. So this one had a cover. Thought that was cute. Of course, it's in black and white, and because I only have a black and white printer. But look at these pictures, y'all. Let me get down here so you can really see them. Aren't these so cute? Like, I just love these pictures. And they're so just, they're not super complicated. I mean, you know, you could make that wallpaper complicated if you wanted to. But look at him washing his little paw. And that one chasing the yarn. So cute. So nothing too fancy here. Just fluffy cats and different types of cats posing. But I still thought these were just really cute. And like I said, I'm a sucker for cat pictures. So you get 2 sets of 15 images in the PDF, so that's why it's split like this. I like how he looks confused with the butterflies. So pretty. Yeah, I could own so many digital images of cats, I tell you. There's one that's landscape. Actually, I think the next couple ones are landscape. So, I like that one at the end. It's very pretty. So just some simple cat pictures I found. This one didn't have a cover, but it is cats doing people things, which I have said so many times. Animals doing people things is like it's my kryptonite. It's my weakness. And let me find who did this one. It's called Cherrycraft 23, and again, I will link these. Now, they didn't have a cover, but I just thought these were so cute. So you have them getting into trouble like as cats do, but you also have them doing people things like reading stories, playing music, going shopping. I think that's adorable. Where he's in the cart with all the stuff. I wish I was doing that right now. Look at him in the tub with his little legs stretched out. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. So cute. Again, I think these are in 2 groups. Not super thick line art, but that's okay. I can work with this. I just think these are so cute. Oh boy. Ow. Every time he hears me talking, y'all, he's in the fridge. So cute. And finally, I did get an Ava Browne book. Typically, when I order the Ava Browne books, I get them paperback. However, this one is called Cosmic Ocean, I believe. Yes, we hear you. Yes, it's called Cosmic Ocean. And oddly enough, again, not a cover I could print out with this one, but I downloaded this one through their site and their official Etsy store, so it is their picture. Oh, these are upside down. So I love space, and I'm usually not big on ocean coloring. However, the combination of like planets and space stuff with ocean stuff, I think is just a really intriguing idea. And the reason why I didn't get this in paperback is I know a lot of my backgrounds are going to be very dark, like black or dark blue or dark purple. And I find that, you know, like the Amazon pages, if you do black on the pages, if you're not using like a paint pen, it can get very heavy in the books. And so I prefer to do these on my own paper. If I'm going to use a lot of heavy marker or watercolor or something on the background, just I know how my backgrounds are going to be on this, so I'd rather do them on my own paper than deal with the Amazon paper. So they look a little busy. They almost remind me a little bit of the mythographic look to them, but they're a little bit simpler. I mean, they're still kind of complex, but not too much so. So like this is how you get me to buy ocean books. You put them, you use space along with the ocean, and I just think that's such a neat concept. I don't know. I don't know if Doodle Robot watches this channel, but like this kind of makes me think of a lot of the stuff she does and a lot of the materials she uses, and it just inspires me. I guess like a lot of her work, that the pages she does and stuff makes me like I want to think outside the box on these and do some different stuff. So I just think they're neat. Alright, so I will have links to all three books on, and I will also link to the paperback version of the Cosmic Ocean one for y'all. But so we'll do the Diana Good books together. I do want to show you guys this. I didn't get this in time for my last flip through. So I have watercolor with me in the jungle, and I haven't done anything with it yet. However, I did really want the forest one, and since I'm in a phase of buying makes me feel better, I decided to pick up the forest one. There's one more, I think, that's the ocean one. I'll pick it up eventually, but like that's probably going to be my least favorite of the three. So this isn't technically a coloring book. I guess you can watercolor in it, but it is kind of a tutorial book where it's on this beautiful thick watercolor paper, and it shows you all kinds of different projects and different ways to use watercolor. So here's the introduction. This shows like the color chart I'm trying to use. So it does have a link where you can buy the products used in the book, but I'm trying to think. I feel like it was a specific palette that was used with this, but I can't remember. It doesn't say on here, so I can make it work. But like it gives you some try it pages showing you like wet on dry. So the first paintings in this book are done using a wet on dry technique. So you get the page that shows the finished picture, the colors you're going to use, supplies, directions, and then you have the sketch of the images on the next page so you can do them as well. So you got like an acorn, the caterpillar, ladybug, Monarch. And then I think this is where it starts wet on wet. Yep. So you have like a chickadee, a maple leaf, a tortoise. I just think these are so cool. Fawn. I know we've probably tipped over into another technique. Oh, this is where it's like painting fur textures, which I'm really intrigued about when it comes to watercolor because, like, look at that fox, y'all. Isn't he just adorable? Adorable. And then we have, what is this called? Ink and wash. And different images there. Look at that mouse. Isn't that cute? I don't know, y'all. I love the jungle one, but I think the forest animals one is winning. Like, this forest one's winning out. So here's, so she actually has her own brushes, which is interesting. I might go look at those. But anyway, then it has like an index in the back. So very cool book. These are, you know, not, honestly, I still think they're priced very reasonably considering this is entirely like good quality watercolor paper. So okay, so now let's get to the Diana Good books. I saw one of these, Tammy Colors 2, did a flip through of the Warrior Mice one, and when I went to Amazon and started looking at the different books, I ended up picking up 4 of them total. So of course I picked up the Royal Cats one. This one is smaller. Whoops, I want my glasses. This one's smaller than a typical size coloring book, just for reference. These are all Amazon printed. I talked about these books a little bit last night and some other things. So, so like a few of these look just a touch blurry, which I don't particularly like, but I love this one. Like, that background is just luscious. Like, this was printed really well with the black, like, super dark and grayscale backgrounds. But, like, yeah, some of them are a little blurry, but I think once you go over them, like, you actually color them in, they won't look as, much. They look sharp. They will look sharper. Jeez. I think it'd be interesting to use a lot of gel pen on all this type of jewelry. So these are all very similar looking pictures, of course, which is fine. I don't mind that. Will I ever color this entire book? Probably not. But see, I like this one, the side glance view. I think that's cool. But I will definitely color a number of these over time, of course. See, like, that one looks really similar to the other one, though. I love that one with these stripes. Love the eyes on that one. So, you know, I didn't get to see, like, the whole... I love the eyes on that one, too. So, like, I didn't get to see the whole book. I hadn't seen a flip through or anything of it. And, like, in retrospect, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to color in it. There's a number of pictures I do really like. But overall, it seems very samesies to me. And so, like, once I color a couple of these that look like this, I'll probably get my fill So unless you really, don't mind coloring the same images, the very similar type images, and you like trying different things. So a little bit of a bummer. I would have definitely liked to see more variety in this one. I like that one a lot though. The ones with the black backgrounds just really pop to me. Yeah. So, meh on the cats one. I couldn't resist because, cats, but um, not as much variety as I would like. Warrior Mice. This is a full-size coloring book. Now, these are really awesome. It will be interesting to see how it converts to being colored, but like, I gotta say, the ones that printed this book, where was this printed? In South Carolina. See, it feels like a toss-up. Usually it's Texas or South Carolina, and sometimes I get really crisp looking black backgrounds, and sometimes I get ones with lines through them. So, love this though. Feels very mouse guardish. This was the one Tammy flipped through that I really liked. Again, a lot of similarities to these, but that's alright. There's a little more variety, I feel like. I like that one a lot. That one looks a little terrifying with those teeth. I love the background on them though. So the more I look at these, the more I do suspect that these are what I talked about last night. However, especially when I look at some of the pictures that aren't quite, like there's a few things that look a little weird about them. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, look at the hands and the feet. They look a little... Some of these, they look okay. Some of these, not so much. But you know what? That's okay. Like I was saying last night, if that's what these are, then what I want to see in the future is books being labeled as, the types of books that they are so that people can make decisions on them. And like, these are all cool, and I'm definitely going to color some images in them. But like, I don't think I'll color every single one. Like, I'm glad I got these, but Like, am I going to be buying a bunch more that are in this similar type of look and feel to them? Probably not. I would say, though, in the future, one of the things I would recommend is if you're unsure, check out the number of fingers and the number of toes. Now, if they're fantasy, you know, it's not a big deal if they look like they have 20 fingers and 20 toes. But I think that's usually a sign of what I was talking about last night. So, where things have come a long way, but the details just don't quite get 100% right. You know? This is a really cute book. I like this one a lot better than I like the cats one. Yeah, once you saw, and I should never said anything, because once you see it, it's like hard to unsee it. But I really like the rest of these pictures, so. Alright, we have Boho Fairies. Oh, this is interesting. This is almost like a cream colored paper instead of a white paper. I don't think I've seen that before. So it's cream colored instead of white. So that's interesting. These are very pretty. These are all, it seems like, very portrait type pictures. And see that there's a lot of books out there, and I pick up a few. I actually finally picked up one by an artist I hadn't gotten a book from in a while, because I usually don't go to portrait books that much, just because I get tired of coloring, you know, like after I color people 2 or 3 times in a month, it kind of just gets boring to me. But a lot of people like portrait books, so I think the flowers here look really pretty too. I like this one a lot. I think you could have fun with some neon, like with some of these lines and stuff. Now that one, I feel like it'd be really, like, you have to cut, the flowers would wind up being very dark. I like the patterns on her face too. I think those are neat. Oh my gosh, that seems almost too complicated for me. It's a pretty picture, but oh my goodness. And yeah, after finding that evidence in the Warrior Mice book and just kind of seeing how these are, like, I like the novelty of these. Like I said, you know, might color half a dozen images in each book. Wow, there's actually, feels like there's more images in this book. But am I going to buy any more of these? Probably not. I don't want to return them. I mean, I do like, there's some pictures in them I really like. So I'm going to keep them. And I will color in them occasionally. But like, am I going to buy any more? No. No, I think I've gotten my fill of this type of book for now. But we do have Space Princesses as well. This is also a cream colored paper. The eyes on that one look a little weird. Again, just very, I mean, beautiful pictures, but they all feel very similar. Look at that. See what I mean? So yeah. I need to put, I guess I could put a timestamp, but so I'm not saying with 100% certainty. I said I wasn't going to say this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it just based on what I'm seeing. I'm not going to say with 100% certainty that these are AI generated coloring books because it is not labeled as such. However, from the looks of these pictures, the fact that they are just so very similar, there's things that are different, like the eyes here are different. Weird looking hands, weird looking feet. Yeah, the eyes in these are not right. Damn. This is a real shame because I actually was kind of thinking at the beginning I liked this one a lot better than the Boho Fairies. Yeah, I don't know. I might send this one and the Boho Fairies back. I'll be honest with you. But I do feel pretty strongly that that's what these are, and the fact that it's not just in one book, but it's in multiple books that Now, in saying that, is there anything wrong, in my opinion, with buying those types of books if you like them? No, you do you. That's the whole bit I have from last night. But I know people are worried that this is going to cause issues for hand-drawn artists, and from what I've seen so far, I don't think they got anything to worry about. Like, a couple of these are fun as novelty, I think, items, and like I'll own a few and I'll color in them, but I think, like, just as a summary, like stock images, stock image books, or more controversial, the companies that publish without noting the author of the books. And I buy a lot of those. I buy a lot of those books, like the Coco Waya books, the Jade Summer books, at least the older ones, not the more recent ones. But like Ava Browne, well, I think Ava Browne's a company. It's not an artist. It's kind of like Jade Summer. The companies that don't publish the artist names, like, I feel conflicted about that, but I do buy a bunch of their books. So, but again, I think it's like what you like here, and I don't think, see, like this is a really pretty picture. I like this one a lot. I like the first picture in this book a lot. I would have preferred just buying one or two. Honestly, see, I like this one a lot. I would have preferred just buying one or two of these images on Etsy and just not buying a whole book. But like, her mouth's a little weird. I'm gonna have to draw that in. So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with these types of books. I just, like I said last night, I want Amazon to make artists acknowledge when they're using AI generated art, and there's nowhere in the Diana Good pages, nowhere on the artist page, nowhere in the books, as far as I can tell, that acknowledges these are AI generated images. And there's not, and again, there's nothing wrong with them being AI generated images if that is what you like. Just in looking at these, I'm a little disappointed. I like the Warrior Mice book a lot. I'm a little disappointed with the other three, I'll be honest. So I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, I'm lazy. I'm probably going to keep them, but I'll be honest, you might see me color a couple pages out of them, but that's going to be about it. From what I've seen of the books that have this type of image, I think I'll have a couple, just because again, I like some of the images and I think they're gorgeous, but don't expect me to have a bunch of these anytime soon. It's just not really my thing. I get bored easily and I need a lot of variety. So, but this gives you a good look at some of the other books in under this publisher, we're gonna say. I'm not gonna say artist. Under this publisher, because until I'm told otherwise, I'm gonna say publisher. Um, but yeah, anyway, these are flipped through. These are my thoughts on them. However, you may like the images, you may not mind some of the discrepancies, and if you do, I say fantastic. I don't know, I might save a couple of these for giveaways if some of y'all would be interested in them for giveaways. So we might do that. So we'll see. But anyway, there is a nice variety for y'all. Y'all got some digital downloads, some different types of coloring books as kind of a catch-all today. Tomorrow I will have more books, and then probably the middle of the week, like Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll have one more big set of books. I need to stop after that for a while, as new releases and some of the like Lyrica and Etsy orders I made will just kind of trickle in at the end of the month. So yeah, another book flip through tomorrow. It's going to be more known artists tomorrow, like Deborah Muller, Alexander Daneman, Alexandra Francis, and so just more of the typical types of books that I get. Like I said, I'm probably not going to buy any more books in this format unless there's just one book that I see a flip through of every page and I'm like, dang, I want to color, you know, like half to 2/3 of that book. I just, if for a book that I only want to color a handful of images in, I just don't think it's worth it as a price point. But I don't know. I'll probably keep Royal Cats just because I like cats, and I'll keep the Warrior Mice, but Space Princesses is kind of on the edge, and the other one, the Boho Fairies, I'll probably do something with. So, but there you go. You can form your own opinions, and at least you've seen all the books in their entirety, so you can make your own decisions on that. A judgment-free zone here, like I said, as far as I'm concerned. People color what makes them happy. So anyway, that is it for me for today, and I will be back tomorrow with some more flip throughs. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.